Hey guys, this is Rosa Kelly. Today I'm here with a new mini album tutorial. So hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm excited to share with you the tutorial for the blank recipe book mini album. This is actually a mini album that I created for my mini album subscription club. If you guys are part of my subscription club, thank you so much. This is the book that I received for the month of November. I am currently finished with the book for December and I can't wait to share that with you, but I'm gonna leave it as a surprise until I ship those books. But if you guys want to join my mini album club, I'm gonna have the links down below. I also want to mention that I created a PDF cutting guide for this book that is also going to be listed below, but I will be also mentioning the measurements as I go along, but I did already pre-cut and score everything to make this book. So yeah, I'm super excited. Before we go ahead and start this book, I want to wish you guys the best at Thanksgiving. This is gonna be my last video before Thanksgiving, so I hope that you guys have an amazing time with your family and I just wish you all the best. I also want to share that I will be having a Black Friday sale on my website, so make sure that you go and check all my video classes. Everything is going to be at 40% off. Video classes, a magazine, digital collections, and also some exciting news because I am going to be releasing the new issue of my digital magazine, which is going to be a Christmas edition. It's going to be ready by a Thanksgiving Day, so make sure that you go back to the website and check that as well. So I'm gonna update the links as I post everything. Everything will be listed below, and now let's go ahead and make this together. To make this book, we are going to be using some chipboard for the cover, and then I'm going to be using some craft color cardstock. So I already have the pages already pre-cut. I do have a cutting guide. If you want to use that as a guide, I will link it down below, but I also will be reading the measurements as I go. But just keep in mind, I already have everything pre-cut and scored to make it a little bit faster. This is one of the books that I designed for my mini album subscription club, so usually I do all the cutting, you know, together on a bundle as I'm making basically a batch of mini albums. So I'm gonna put this on the side for now. Also, we're going to be using some double-sided tape, some glue, and just your basic crafting tools. So I'm going to start by cutting my chipboard here. So we are going to start with two pieces. We're gonna cut this at 9 by 7.5. Okay, so we're gonna use 2, so we're gonna cut this again, 9 by 7.5. Then we're gonna cut another piece at 9 by 2.5. So now we're gonna go ahead and wrap the chipboard onto the cardstock. So we're going to join together the cardstock here. So let's make one long piece. Let me join this here, and then we're gonna add one more. Okay, so there we go. And then to add your chipboard, you can use glue or you can use double-sided tape here as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use glue for this tutorial, but usually I like to add double-sided tape on the cover, especially for when I'm making it in a batch, because sometimes the glue will leave a little mark. Now if you're gonna decorate the book right away, it doesn't matter, but because I'm doing this as blank books, I don't like seeing the glue marks, so I use the double-sided tape. So just something to keep in mind. Again, glue is a lot faster, and if you're gonna decorate the book, it doesn't matter if you see the glue marks, and I'll show you in a minute. They usually don't show right away, they will show a little bit later. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but we're just gonna go ahead and glue this down right there. And you want to leave a little space in between your chipboard pieces. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut the extra here. And then you want to cut the corners and leave a space between where you're cutting and where your chipboard corner is. And same on this side. And then cut the extra and the corners here as well. Okay, and then I'm just gonna put this to the side here, and then we're gonna be using double-sided tape. Now for this step, I really do suggest to only use double-sided tape because it's just a lot easier, and you'll be able to glue this right away instead of with the wet glue. It takes a bit to dry, so it might start like coming back up. So now let's go ahead and start folding. Massage the cardstock, fold it slowly so it won't crack, and then just start pushing this down. So we're going to now give it a good fold and remove the tape, and I'm just gonna fold this here. So this book that I'm making here for you is the book that I created for the month of November for my mini album subscription club. So this book is no longer available as, you know, part of the club, but I am now working on the December book, and it's going to be, you know, if you subscribe to the club now, we'll be starting with the December club. So I'm going to remove this and press down. So yeah, I'm really having a lot of fun designing a new book each month. I'm trying to make it different and kind of like have a theme. So this one is kind of like a Thanksgiving recipe book. You can of course use it as a regular mini album, but that's kind of the inspiration for it. And then the December book is the Christmas edition mini album, and you're gonna be seeing that one on a future video that I'm putting together, and I'll give you a closer look of that book. So now we're just gonna fold this down and add the double-sided tape here, peel that off and fold this, and then we're gonna do the same on the other side. So you're gonna tuck in the little corners and add the tape, okay, and then we're going to remove and just gonna fold this over. The sides are a lot easier to fold, so there we go. Okay, and then press down, and so that is the binding. So let me show you what I mean with that glue. Everything looks fine and seamless, but sometimes, I guess depending on the cardstock and depending on, you know, the weather, the glue might start showing up here on the front or might wrap up a little bit. So I always try to use, if I'm not going to decorate the book right away, I use double-sided tape. And if I'm decorating the book, as I'm doing with this one, I just go ahead and add the glue, and then I start adding my design paper on top. So yeah, so now let's put this on the side, and we're gonna work now on the hinges for this book. We are going to cut another piece of cardstock, and this is also lightweight. So this is gonna be just 8 1/4 by 11, and we are going to score this here. We are going to start, let me grab my score tool. We're going to start at 2, then we're gonna do 2 3/4, 3 1/2, and then we're gonna do 4, 4 3/4, 5 1/2, 6, 6 3/4, 7 1/2, 8, and then 8 3/4, oops, 8 3/4, and 9 1/2. Okay, so we have now our 4 hinges. So the 3/4 inch sections will be the hinge, and then the 1/2 inch section will be the gusset between the pages. So we're gonna start just by simply pinching together the 2 3/4 inch sections, okay, and press down, and that's gonna be your hinge number 1. So we're gonna glue that on the back. Now let's go ahead and skip the next and pinch together, and then again skip the next and pinch together, and then again skip the next and pinch together. So we have our 4 hinges, and I'm just gonna give this a good fold. And now we're gonna go from the back, and I'm going to add double-sided tape here on the back, and we're going to join together those hinges. Okay, press down. Same thing here on the back of the next hinge. Okay, press down, remove, and join together, and then we're gonna do the next one. Press down, remove, and then we're going to join together, and again with this last piece here. Okay, so remove that and join this together. Okay, so now if we go on the front again, I'm going to flip the hinges to the other side and press down, and I like to do this a couple times so your pages are more flexible to kind of turn. And there we go. And now we're gonna add double-sided tape on the actual hinge. So we're gonna put these on the front and on the back of each one of the hinges. So again, front and back here. Okay, and you're putting the tape closest to the outside edge of the hinge. Okay, so this one kind of move a little bit, so let me fix it. There we go. And back, press down, and again front and back. Okay, there we go. And so we're gonna again just press on your tape and press. So now we are going to add the hinges to the book. So you're just gonna center your hinges within the spine here. So I'm going to add my glue. Okay, so make sure you put a lot of glue on this step here, and then I also like adding glue next to the bending lines. Okay, and we are going to now center this right there. Okay, and we're going to press down, press down in between the hinges, and then press this side. Okay, and we're gonna give this a minute to dry. Okay, so let's go like that, and press down here. And there we go. And then we're just going to score along the bending lines. So find the gap on the top and bottom and just match those two and give it a score. Okay, so we're gonna go really slow, and then we're going to go ahead and start folding. And as you fold, you want to press down on the gap. Okay, and there we go. That's gonna give you a nice clean bending line right there. And now we're going to do the same on the other side. So we are going to find the bending lines and go ahead and score right here. Okay, and then we're going to start folding and press down. Okay, and there we go. A nice clean hinge, and that's basically our base. Now we are going to cut 2 pieces of cardstock, and these are going to be 8 3/4 by 7 1/4. And so we're going to go ahead and glue these down on the inside covers, and this is going to protect our hinge here. Okay, so just gonna place this down, and there we go. So that's gonna be 1, and now let's do this on the side. And there we go. So that will go right here, and press. So now we're going to be making the base pages. So as I mentioned, I have everything pre-cut and scored, but I will be reading the measurements to you. And again, there is a PDF available if you want to kind of cut all your pages ahead and just come back and put them all together. But we're going to be using 4 pieces. These are going to be 9.5 by 7, and I went ahead and score along the 9.5 at 1/2 inch and at 9 inches. And we are going to just add double-sided tape on these score lines here. So we're gonna add the tape, and I'm going to do the same for all 4 pieces here. So we're just going to fold along the score line, and we're just gonna go ahead and add the tape here. Okay, and we are going to also cut 4 pieces, and these are going to be 7 by 8.5. And what you're gonna do is just basically build the base page. We're gonna join these 2 pieces together. Let me go ahead and remove the tape here. Okay, and you're gonna match the other 3 corners, and then press down on that sticky side and remove the tape. And then from the other side, we're just gonna go ahead and remove the tape, and there we go. That's gonna be your first base page, and we are going to do 4 of. So here are my 4 base pages that I just put together, and now we're gonna go ahead and start with the page layout. So I'm gonna start with page number 1, and so for page number 1 you are going to need one piece cut at 7 by 8.5, and I went ahead and score at 1/2 inch along the 7-inch side, and we are going to glue this piece here. I'm just going to be using glue from now on, and I'm going to glue it along the right side of the page and just press down. Let me go ahead and open this up now and press down here. Okay, then you are going to need 2 pieces. These are 5.5 by 6.5, and these were scored at 1/2 inch along the 5.5. And I'm going to fold along the score lines, and we are going to be gluing these one along the top. Okay, so we're gonna center that here. Press down, and then we are going to put this one along the bottom of the page. Okay, so there we go, and press down, and I'm going to open this up and press down and open and press down, and there you go. That is gonna be page number 1. So super easy. Now we're gonna turn this to the back and work on page number 2. So page number 2, it's going to be one piece, and that is 4 by 8, and we went ahead and scored this piece at 1/2 inch and at 7.5. Okay, and we are going to glue these along the center of the page. And again, because this is a recipe book, or I want to use it as a recipe book, we are going to have tons of pockets, so you can add recipe cards, because I prefer my recipe cards to be removable, so it's a lot easier to just take it out and follow it as you are cooking instead of having it attached to the book. Now for this other page is also 4 by 8, but for this one we're gonna score at 1/2 and at 7.5, and then also we're scoring at 1/2 inch along the 4-inch side. And then we're going to cut the corners here and fold along the score lines. Okay, so we're gonna fold all 3 sides. There we go. Fold here, and then we are going to add the glue and add the glue here. Okay, so now we're just gonna place these on top and press down and press down here, and there we go. So for page number 2 we have a double pocket. So now let's work on page number 3. So for page number 3 we have a couple different pieces here. So first we have, let's start with this big one. So this one is going to be 8.5 by 11, and we went ahead and score at 5.25 and at 10.5 along the 11-inch side. And I'm going to go ahead and fold this as an accordion fold, and we are going to glue this piece along the left side of the page. So this is going to go right here like that, and then press down. And then we have another piece. This one is 4 by 8.5, and I score at 1/2 inch along the 4-inch side. And this piece is going to go on the right side of the page. So we're just gonna line this up on the other side and press down. Okay, and then press down here. And then we have a piece that is 4.5 by 2. And this piece was scored at 1/2 and at 4. And we are going to fold along the score lines. And we are going to glue this little piece as a belly band here on this side. Oh, actually I'm gonna place it at the center. Okay, so we're gonna put this here, and then this is going to open up like that. And then we have one final piece. This is 3.5 by 4.5, and we're making a pocket, so we're scoring at 1/2, at 4, and then along the other side we are scoring at 1/2, and we are going to cut the corners and then fold along the score lines here. Okay, and then press down, and then we're going to glue these down. Okay, so that is going to go right at the bottom of the page. So on this page we're gonna have a belly band and a pocket, so it's kind of like a double pocket, but you can add just like a little recipe card here, and then a longer one here on the back, and I'm just gonna having that separation for these two. And then this is gonna open up, and then we have the accordion fold. So that is gonna be page number 3. Now for page number 4, we have two pieces that are 5.5 by 8.5, and I score at 1/2 inch along the 5.5. And we are just simply going to glue these along the left side here. Okay, so we're gonna put one on each side. So this one's gonna go on the left, press down, open that up, and press down here. And then same on the other side. We're just gonna go ahead and line this up and press down. Okay, so press down. So now we're gonna work on page number 5. So I'm gonna grab the next signature page, and for this page I have one piece that I cut at 7.5 by 7, and went ahead and score at 1/2 inch along the 7.5, and we are going to glue this piece along the top of the page. Okay, so we're just gonna line this up to the top. Then for the second piece, this one measures 8 by 4, and I went ahead and score on 3 sides to make a pocket here. And then we're just going to fold along the score lines. Okay, so fold and fold here, and then we're going to open this up and glue these pockets down. Okay, so let's go ahead and add the glue, and we are going to place the pockets right there and press down. For page number 6, we just have a very simple layout, which is going to be one piece at 7 by 8.5, and so we went ahead and score at 1/2 inch along the 8.5, and we are going to glue this piece along the top of the page and press down. Okay, so this is going to open up like that. And there we go. That is going to be page number 6. Super easy. Okay, so for page number 7, we have one piece that is 5.5 by 8.5, and I'm gonna fold along the score line, and we are going to glue this piece along the right side of the page. Okay, so there we go, and press down. Then we have another piece, and this one is 6.5 by 5, and went ahead and scored at 1/2 inch on two sides, so 1/2 inch along the 5 and 1/2 inch along the 6.5. And then we are going to go ahead and cut the corner where these two pieces meet, and we are going to fold along the score lines, and this is going to be a corner pocket here. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and cut a little section off. So let me just bring back my cutter, and you don't have to measure or anything, just make sure that you are opposite to this corner here. You're gonna cut across, and I'm just gonna pick an angle just like that. Okay, and then we are going to go ahead and glue these on the corner here. So let's add the glue, and we're gonna line this up and press down and press down here. So again, lots of room to put recipe cards, pictures. You know, it could be a fun Thanksgiving book with a combination of the recipes and the memories. So now we are going to work on our last page. I do have all my labels here so I don't get confused, but we're going to be working on the last page, which is going to be page number 8. So this is my favorite page, and it's super simple, but we're going to cut one piece, and that is 3 by 8. And for this piece, I also went ahead and score on 3 sides to make the pocket. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut the corners and fold along the score lines. Okay, so we're gonna fold like that, and then I have 3 pieces here, and these pieces are all 2 by 8, and we went ahead and score at 1/2 and at 7.5 along the 8 inches. So let me just fold along the score lines here and right here, and then we're going to be gluing this down. So I'm going to leave about 2 inches from the top, and I'm going to start gluing this first piece. So let's add the glue, and we're gonna put this one right here. Okay, this up and press down. Then we're going to grab the next one, and you're gonna place it slightly on top of the first one that we added. Okay, and we're just gonna add the glue, and that is going to go right there, and press down. Then we're going to add the next 2-inch piece. Okay, so this one here, and again you're gonna overlap a little bit and press down. And then finally we're gonna add this very last piece here. I think I'm gonna need to make this one a little bit higher. There we go. Press down, and then I'm going to add this last piece. Now for this tutorial, I'm just kind of eyeballing where I'm placing these. When I was making the albums for the club, I actually did measure so they're evenly spaced. So you can go ahead and do that as well. Just kind of measure and make sure they're evenly spaced, but I don't think it matters very much. But there you go, that is gonna be your page number 8, and we are now ready to add our pages to our book. Okay, so now we have our pages ready, we have our base ready, and we are just gonna go ahead and add the pages. So first we're going to remove a side of the tape here on the first hinge, and you want to just kind of put it to the side like that. And I have all my pages here. I went ahead and labeled them this time, but you know, the fun part about these books is you can always kind of change the order, mix and match. And if you're making kind of like a batch of these books for a gift or something like that, you can make them all different. So it's super fun to play around with the page layouts. So now I'm going to go ahead and open up on the base page, and we're just simply going to insert these here and just place it on top of the tape, and then just remove the tape. And then we're going to remove the tape here on the back, and we're just gonna continue and do the same thing for all the pages. So I'm just gonna put that right here like that and remove the page, and I can now remove these sticky notes and we're just gonna turn these and remove the tape on the back. Let's go ahead and make sure I have it right. There we go. And then we're going to add the next page. So find the middle of the base page, and we're just gonna insert. Don't push this all the way in. Make sure that you are staying right on top of that tape. Use the tape as a reference on how much to insert the page. And then we're going to remove this last one and add the page here. And there we go. Now we're just going to remove the page on the back, and you have your recipe slash memory book ready. By the way, the post-its really help also to make sure you have your pages orientation right, because the last thing you want is to glue your pockets upside down. So now let's go ahead and do a final look at our book. I just love blank books. They're just so static and so fun to look at. I just love them. But of course we will be decorating this book. So on the first page, this opens up like that, and then this opens up and down. Then we have, of course, the base page, which is a pocket. Then we have here a double pocket right there. I'm gonna use this as a guide. Then on this side we have a pocket and a belly band, and this opens to the side, and then this is an accordion fold. And then on the next page, this opens to each side. Let me go ahead and press down here. Okay, so we have this page right there. And then over here, this opens up, and again we have another pocket right there, and this next page just simply opens up. I like doing these type of pages that are very simple, because you can always build onto this, add a pop-up, add a different feature, and it's just super fun. Then over here, this opens to the side, and then we have that nice corner pocket, which I love. It reminds me of like school binder, like school days. And then here on the back, it's hard to see, but this is my favorite page, because you have 1, 2, 3, and 4 pockets. So it's gonna be super fun to add recipe cards and just kind of do, or pictures, you know, but you can do like entry, appetizer, you know, main meal, dessert, coffee. I don't know, you can just kind of have fun decorating your book. And I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys ever want to see extra bonus tutorials, make sure that you join the channel, or also you can join me on Patreon, where I do like a digital collection and exclusive tutorial every month. Thank you so much for being part of this YouTube family, and I want to wish you like the happiest Thanksgiving. I am super excited because my brother is coming into town for Thanksgiving, and this book will be filled with memories. And so I want to wish you all the best, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.